Hey everybody, welcome back. In this video we're going to take a look at the chest area and the pelvis. And so I thought we'd go ahead and start this conversation by looking at the various proportions. If we were to go ahead and draw a rectangular object like this and then divide it evenly into thirds, and this is going to be setting up our structure for the general placement of the head, the ribs, and the pelvis. So let's draw a dotted line here. Let's draw another dotted line here, and I'll explain what I'm doing with that. We're just creating some landmarks, some measurements that we can use when we're actually drawing. So let's consider the area that is going to serve as our main landmark, which is this handlebar area, which is the clavicles and the manubrium, right? And let's just think of the overall shape of the rib cage, kind of approximate it like that. And let's look at the pelvis, and let's consider the pelvis as a trapezoidal shape. I'll put another dotted line here. This is where the bottom of our character's head is going to be. So we have a spine rolling through that specific section, right? So these are some good landmarks to kind of keep in mind. We first started out by drawing a rectangle, and then we identified at the top of the second square here where we have our clavicles, then we have our rib cage, and then we have our pelvis, and this is roughly 1/2 the box. This is the whole box, and this area right here is 1/2 the box. So those are some basic measurements. You don't have to commit those measurements to memory when you're actually drawing. Like if you were to actually do this for like a pose, what you could do is you could say, all right, well, here's this complex shape which represents the rib cage. We've got our neck, got our head, and then we've got this trapezoidal shape that looks something like that. And this is something to kind of really practice with. And these are all rounded shapes. I'll draw some dotted lines here to indicate the form. This actually has two separate planes, a front plane, a side plane. In fact, if we were to actually go ahead and shade that, assuming the light source is coming from the right-hand side, this is what it would look like. Something like that. So we're going to take this knowledge of this basic structure here, and we're going to look at that a little bit closer. Let's do a few more as practice. Let's just draw a line of action. Let's do a very simplified rib cage. And this time, we're kind of looking at it from up top looking down on our structure. And let's do another one here. This time let's add a twist. So this little hole is the area in which the neck protrudes out from. And in this particular case, the chest is pointing on the left direction, and we're going to assume that the pelvis is pointing in the opposite direction. So if we look at the relative comparison between male and female representations here, let's just go ahead and draw the male first. Something to keep in mind there is that the proportions of the pelvis are going to be a little bit smaller. And if you look at a female, the pelvis will be wider. So male and female, and those basic proportions hold true. The other thing that you want to keep in mind here too is that think of the spine as having 3 sections. So if I look at the side view of this guy, let's have the neck here. And so just as an approximation here, there's 1, 2, and 3 specific sections of the spine, right? In fact, we can think about this from a standpoint of if we were to draw a back view, like so, this little triangle represents the spot right before the butt cheeks, right? So definitely a good landmark. That's a small of the back, right? So this is something that, you know, is worth practicing, you know, in your sketchbook. Just start off with just a very simple representation. This is it's almost like half an ellipse and a trapezoidal structure. Draw a hole for the neck. Right now we're just representing heads as spheres. And just keep in mind the proportions for both male and female anatomy. Of course, people come in different shapes and sizes, but if we were to go ahead and draw female here, we might have the hips being wider than the rib cage. And something else to keep in mind, that the top part here, the ribs are somewhat semi-flexible. This area right here is the more squishy component, right? Your gut. And then this here is pretty rigid because it's just basically bone. All right. So we'll stop the video here. Let me know if you have any more questions. Let me know if you found this to be useful. We'll continue on with our exploration of the torso and the pelvis in my next video.